Welcome to Living Free, a progressive faith channel to help you live a healthy spiritual life that is relevant for today's world. Today in our video, I'd like to talk about all the racial injustice that is rising up to the surface lately with all the protests. And we may be tempted to ask, where is God in all this injustice? Where is God in all that horror? Where is God in all that racism? And what is God doing, really? Well, let's talk about that today. My name is Marco. I'm a pastor of an inclusive and free-thinking church here in Canada. As you probably know, Jesus was with people that suffered, the people that were hurting, the marginalized. And if Jesus was alive today, he would probably be marching in all the marches for George Floyd and Black Lives Matters. So not only Jesus was with the suffering people, but he was suffering with them, marching with them, crying with them, protesting with them, because Jesus was one of them. How about we take a look at Jesus? How about we look at his life and his purpose? Of all Jesus' acts, his attack on the temple came closest to appearing as a revolutionary challenge to the political order of his time. But why did he do that? What was Jesus' motive behind that? Well, you see, Jesus was born out of poverty, not privilege. He was part of a community of a people that escaped slavery. He was part of people who escaped slavery, only to find generation after generation in continued oppression. He was born under Roman rules, and he was a racial minority in the empire. From the moment of his birth, Jesus was hunted by authorities, and thousands of his generation were murdered by the police state. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound current to you? Not only Jesus was all about that, but most important of all, he was watching his disciples, and he was teaching his disciples and his followers to be the hands and feet of God in the world, to create a fair and just world. Jesus cared about the same things that God cared about: justice and equal rights. Yes, Jesus would have said, Black Lives Matter. So in all this unrest, don't ask, where is God? Don't pray for peace. Don't wait for peace and justice to happen by magic because you prayed for it. Stop wishing and start doing now. Prayer is supposed to bring us into action, not magical thinking. The love of God for this world is not found in a church on Sunday morning only. It is up to you, it is up to me to bring it into the world. God is not a genie that will give you all that you wish for. Your prayers are supposed to change you into the person God wants you to be. Your prayers are not supposed to change God into someone you want him to be. Our purpose, our spiritual purpose, is not to wait passively and naively that all will get resolved magically. Our purpose, what our faith dictates us, is to be with the suffering people, to march with them, to support them, to be an accomplice with their cause. Because it's not only their cause, it is also our cause. So when you pray, don't pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to help someone that has a hard one. When you get that spiritual nudge to speak out for those whose voice is silenced, act and speak out, even if you're the only one to speak out. Don't wait for God to do it for you. Do it for God. This is the end of our video. Just remember that I'm not here to tell you what to think, but to give you tools to think for yourselves. Please share and subscribe, because liberal Christianity needs a voice. and you can share that voice. Every click counts. Thanks for watching, and live free.